Oh, Welcome all one more time here on your powerful and beautiful show here on Sankofa. Live with Maponga J. With me in studio today is Umkulu Blondie Makhane and Unje Bo. And I thought maybe to open up the show, we just let the music roll, you know. Gone are those days where musicians would just meet and you don't have to worry about how many tickets have been sold, bills that must be paid, and you just log in and have that moment out of space, out of nothing, yes, where everything is created from. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for giving me that that space.
We thank you for the space. Thank you for resetting the buttons, rebooting, because this is how we reboot as people. Yeah, I
can't put a price to that. I've paid shows. I've been to shows in Ukraine. Yeah. I've sat in shows in orchestras in London. I've watched ballets in Russia. But for me, this is it. This
is where music comes from. Just to quote this young man, he says, "Mzansi is the cradle of songkind."
Songkind. No, but actually, the lower you come from Africa, the finer the voices become. If you listen to the way the Ethiopians sing, the Arabs sing, Algeria, Egypt, the influence of the Middle East has influenced. Even Senegal, Bosalif Keita, you can still hear a little bit of the Arabic tonation. But when you begin to move into Uganda, it sounds like discord. People there can't sing very well. It's like dissonance, but which is good dissonance. Because by the time you come to Zambia, you begin to hear some harmonies that are coming in. By the time you come to Zimbabwe, you hear those missionary melodies. But boom, when you come into South Africa, then it rekindles again into the freshness of the real African sound. And I want, maybe as a Zimbabwean and a Central African person, I want to thank you as South Africans for actually having not lost your sense of culture. And the revolution we're talking about is going to start from the south, back to the east, back to the north. And when you hear the South African voices, the Zulu voices, the Xhosa voices, melodies, and the tonation, I bet you bring Brooklyn here. We'll give them a run for their money. I mean, we have both Black Mambazo winning Grammy Awards. We have the Soweto gospel choirs winning awards. We have quite a numerous number. Bo Huma Sekela scooping some awards. So it means that, and apparently when Miles Davis heard Huma Sekela play for the first time, he said, this African who blows a trumpet like a monkey. You're breaking all the rules of music. But there we have it as Africans.
Well, I don't know how monkey that was, because, well, I would say probably it was monkey-like, because it is the same Miles who said to Hugh, Hugh, you're playing all the notes that are in the trumpet. He said to Hugh, you know, Hugh, there's a college just across the street here. I can go and get a 9-year-old boy who will blow you away. So my advice to you, from Miles Davis to Hugh Masekela, he says, reduce your notes. Take them from 1,000 and find 4 notes and play on those notes. That will show you your maestrosity.
Place those notes.
Play those notes. You cannot be all over the scales. He says, Hugh, if you try to compete with our American boys, you will not win. We will whop you, Hugh. He says, you know what? I'll take it from him and speak the way he said it. He said, play that African shit. That Marabe shit, baradu pero pare pa baru pero ba bo ba pe boom badalu pare da da. You know, your instruments can have 1,000 keys, but your key, your healing touch, is in just 4 special ones somewhere in here.
But again, when you look at the interpretation of Miles Davis to you, with a pinch of salt, beautiful presentation. But you're looking at an African boy who wants to say everything. And honestly speaking, you cannot be limited by 4 bars to say the economy is wrong, religion is wrong, fashion is wrong, medicine is wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. So there you are with an instrument in your hand.
I'll get back to you again.
And then
I will interrupt you. Today, Huma Sikela is known for those 4 notes.
Agree.
I don't care how many notes you can play, but if he landed, he anchored, he found us, he found the world in those 4 notes. So, we are a chanting people. We are a chanting people. You can't say while I'm still getting into that and you are in America, you are in Europe, you are in, no, we are a chanting people. When you sing to me, you must touch the depth of me. We are one. You're standing on
by
one
the
note.
time you hear it, actually, you are there building the chant.
Your spirit is like from just that. Those are the 4 notes. And then when with your cleverness, good. You see what I'm saying?
But it remains grounded.
We are a chanting nation. You can't. And the other guys are celebrating their maestrosity. They know the harp from left to right, and that's fine. We are not in a competition. We are presenting.
We're into spiritual.
We are sharing. We are sharing something that is deep, something that only song can bring to the fore of your mind.
On the show today's afternoon with me is Blondie Makhane. You can hear the voice of experience there. I'm just poking him on the left and the right to give him a chance to come out. And if you're a young musician out there, please listen to these old guys there. We have less teeth now. We are older now. When we sleep, our teeth are in the jars next to us. And also Unjebo is here. He was here on Friday, if you remember very well, sharing with us the power of the song. And on the show today, we will not finish up the show with Blondie Makhane, with his daughter, Latoya. Brilliant musician. I'm looking forward actually to that piece of presentation. And as you know, best now, it's a Sunday afternoon, so take off your shoes, relax wherever you are. You could be in Lusaka, you could be in Longwe, Blantyre, Harare, you could be in Windhoek, or you could Swakopmund, you could be anywhere in Africa. But thank you very much. We appreciate you for giving us an opportunity to spend some time in your lounges. And for the next 2.5 hours at most, we're going to be with us here, just wiling up and rekindling that African drum. But before we go and get excited about everything else, I want to thank this gentleman for just giving me an opportunity to if you hear very carefully, you can do all music on it.
Yes, yeah.
Cool and very. After the break, we're going to be having some more roller time here. You pardon me. I'm in my own right. I'm a musician, so sometimes cameras and cut doesn't work. Just want to get in there.
How's it?
Please don't go away. We'll be back right after the break.
Make massive moves.
Bible is human and divine.
It's important for us to remember.
And I'm part of God's story.
Yeah, mama, hey.
God is healing you.
God says what he means, and he means what he says.
God is good.
I am very grateful to God. I am healed. Amen.
Make massive moves with Starsight. Make massive moves.
Deceiver! There isn't any time to waste then.
We can't save everyone in this war.
One moment, that's all we got.
You're locked in here with me.
Make massive moves with Starsight.
I want you to eat healthy food because it's delicious.
Make massive moves.
Would you like another one?
I love it.
I love this soup. This is amazing. The grits are so creamy. Oh.
I take pride in my grits.
No, so flavorful.
I think that looks wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so incredible.
Make massive moves with Starsight.
Of the many instruments that you may find in Africa, there is this particular one that you find in the Greater Zimbabwe period. They call it hosho. This one is made out of fiberglass, but the original ones are made out of cucumber. The certain cucumber, we call it makavu in Shona, which actually grows exactly like this, but it will have seeds inside it. And when you have mbira with you, so mbira, a drum, and the hosho actually make the full orchestra of the African music set. This is from agriculture, from the fields. This is from the cattle, in the crawl, and the stick that is actually in the bushes, and that is from the industry, the metals that we have cut. So when you are looking at African, particularly the Zimbabwean space, where we gather to worship, we're celebrating what we have received in terms of our harvest. So every time sound baby. Oh, Gangange. You guys are not ready for us. I think I'm ready. I'm ready for you. But I wonder, Blondie, are they ready for us? Is the world ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Just some crazy guys, eh? No script, nothing. Just get in there and do the thing. And you cannot sing a song. A song must sing you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say, no, I'm going to be playing this song. I'm not going to play this song. There's no man who can play no man, no song. The song plays you. Yeah, Jobo.
Yes.
With us again one more time. I thought after Friday, I said, no, let me bring you back again, guys.
Yes.
By the way, you guys, you pardon me. This show is not about you. I'm sorry if I'm abusing you.
It's not about me.
This one is about me. Yeah. No, I thought I need a show for myself. You know?
MJ the Third.
Yeah, I mean, I've done lots of stuff for you guys. Yeah, talking, one culture.
Yeah.
Hey, once in a while, this is me in my own private space, calling my friends around, and who can just come and calm my spirit and make me feel, good. I'm literally feeling very healed.
Silo Magiga Ncube says, in every man, there's a woman that needs flattering. But he uses the B word.
Okay.
And he says, and that is the woman that always gets musicians to be exploited, and used. And I said, what do you mean? He says, if someone says to you, oh, blondes, wow, that was so nice. You're like, oh, and it's, oh my goodness.
Can I do some more for you?
Good. And he says, you know what? I've got an idea. I've got an event that I want you to come and do. And you're like, yes.
For free.
Yes. He's like, I'll get you a beer.
You forget that yes doesn't pay bills. Yes doesn't pay bills,
So yeah, every man,
there's that woman
this
side.
Woman that you need to like.
But remember, we never came out of men. We were ejected out of men, but we ultimately come out of women. So there is a feminine in all of us. The whole show, as you might want to have a look at, let me just take it through. The Western world, the Brazilians, the North Americans, and the Western, they call this percussion. But in the Shona culture, this represents that internal conversation. Because remember, the particular cucumber, once you break it, you can't get that sound. So the seeds you're going to be planting are still inside. And you can preserve this for another 60, 70, 800 years. And it already has enough chemicals to preserve it. It won't rot. But the day you open it and put the seed on the ground, it shoots. So the whole sound you're hearing, originally, those are the seeds. It's a conversation in the spiritual world that says we are waiting to become. So you actually... It's a spiritual conversation in the midst of isolation. You can't see us,
and in between,
but you can hear us.
And in between it, there's a cow mooing. Moo. This skin represents the cow.
The dead one.
The cow. That one is dead, but this cow, it lives. And this is a cow that makes the seeding happen.
Fertilizer.
This is the fertilizer. This is the confirmer of the relationship that is gonna become. Without this guy, without his blood, families can't come together and come about. So this seedling has to do.
So the whole show on its own actually represents the sound of the spiritual sound. We have not yet become, but we are here. If we shake, you can hear us, but you can't see us. But while you are celebrating, we are there, giving you the rhythm. In other words, the spiritual world drives the physical. So it's not just a Osho that can say, no, it's some shakers. They're not shakers. They represent a world unseen, but a world present during ceremony. So that in the midst of that, and the sound, by the way, if you do open this thing and count how many seeds are in there, and what is each one of them saying on the, if I'm saying, okay, you guys went to school, by the way, you want to play like you know music better than we do, you want to put stuff notation, and then I say, okay, there are maybe 400 seeds in there, and each one of them is knocking on the side of the wall at any time. You want to start writing notes, you will lose your hair. It's crazy. But all of them they are in conversation, in concert, without necessarily you picking them up. So you're actually creating a concert with the abstract, which is unity. And you can hear it, but you can't see it. But it is part of what influences you to become. So the Shona music has Hosho, representing our blessing, our thankfulness, our gratitude over the harvest. But that harvest is trapped in seeds that represent the plantation for the next season. And then the cowhide, the cow that you have killed, which manure? Manure from the cows feeds the cucumbers. The dead tree, the dead skin, oh, how could we forget? And the dead horn. All of these things are dead. But in the hand of the living, they come alive. But in the seeds, we actually have hope that when the next rain falls and we break these shells, we can harvest again. Every life, therefore, every life is a Hosho. Can you say that in Jewa?
Hosho.
Every life is a
Hosho.
Not Hosho. Hosho. Every life is a Hosho. Meaning to say, inside Blondie here, they are seeds.
Yes.
When they find the right ground,
they will become.
They will become. So music is what will be. It's not what it is.
It's what it will be.
And remember, while you're walking again on the streets and on the pathway of Africa, our women would put, there's another type also that you harvest some fruits and put them on your feet. So when you're walking and when the snakes on the ground hear that sound coming along, they move away because it is a sound of peace. We are just seeking for passage. So our women in the olden days used to actually walk around with on their feet. Hey. So even walking itself music to nature. I am coming. Open up.
Oh, yes.
The way. So and you take those things now and put them now in a. When you are doing the traditional dances now, you are collecting a variety of sounds from my journey in life, the mystery that is in me that must become, and the music ceremony becomes actually the meeting place where all these various energies. Hence, when you hear Osho, and we are saying these things for you young musicians out there who think that becoming a musician is finding some piano. And I want the music. I want to play piano. I want to play a saxophone. I want to play a trumpet. Hey, for crying out loud. We can play that stuff also. And maybe some of it better than you can do. But there's some depth in these primitive, quote unquote, primitive instruments. Because inside them is the very definition of what you are looking for. Over to you, Malume Blondie.
No, Togoza Mkhulu.
Well, it's a conversation. It's a conversation.
Ingoma Mkhulu, Ingoma Kesalami. And mina nyabong Ingoma. I'm grateful for Ingoma. Ingoma is many things. Ingoma, if you hear the name Rona, from where we come from, down south here, there was, for Sangomas, for us healers, there's a tree that from which we get the name Ingoma from. I know in Zimbabwe and other places, Ingoma means your drum.
Ngoma.
Yes, Ingoma means your drum. But then there is a tree, and I suppose it could be this tree that carries this drum. It is medicine, and that medicine was very, very special. If you want to get of its fruits and of its well-being that it brings to us, it was such a tough one that you had to sing. You had to play for hours and sing to it so that you may be able to harvest the lolokambi. And that is where the name Ingoma comes from. You know, and
singing for the tree to heal us.
Yes, so that we can partake, so that it can allow us to partake of its health.
That's profound.
Yes, you appeal to it. You know, it's like a woman. You know, when you have to propose, and then that is how it is. So that's how we got it.
Like you were speaking the last time, the two mountains.
The two mountains.
Before you go into the mountain.
Yes.
And if we had understood that concept on its own, then I don't think that rape and women abuse could be spoken about, particularly when it comes to sexual abuse. Because if a man understands that you are about to climb a sacred hill, you are about to mount up a hill of mysteries, where if you think you know yourself, wait until you sleep with a woman. Then she will show you. And but now let me say a new proverb now. If you sleep with a woman, she won't show you your mother. No, and that's vulgar. It's like, no, if you sleep with a woman, she won't show you your mother.
Yeah, you will see yourself.
You will have seen what your mother carries, of course. But she will show you yourself, because the woman becomes the mirror of you.
And when that child comes out, he looks like
the seed.
You,
the seed unseen.
Yeah.
In the woman, you become visible. So let's agree, maybe for today, since we're 3 men on the show, that women are the mirror of what we are in the unseen world.
It's true. In the seen world, I'm not a believer, Mkhulu. So what is unseen is unseen.
But it can be sung. It's unseen, but it can be sung.
It's either I know it or I don't know it. You see, if I can say woman is the unseen, then I will say that the Bible is right to call her the Holy Spirit. The Bible goes like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's where woman disappears. And I think that is not correct, because these two guys, the father and the son, couldn't make
without the mother.
Without the mother. So I think right there, the Bible has absolutely disrespected
women,
the God of gods, who actually can do and have a baby without even hanging with a man, without sleeping with a man.
Itself.
Yes, these people are so powerful that actually they're doing us a favor to be giving
when
us,
women want to become
bodies.
Like men, I think they are reducing themselves.
No. Let's not go to women becoming like men. We men are scared of these people because they're more powerful than us. I said just now, Guti, in days past, women could self-impregnate. We are so scared of them that we even write them off in the Bible. If you see the drawings of angels, you will see that they're all male angels. That's how scared we are of them. We are so scared of them that we even kill them. today because of their power. So I'm just saying, Uti, until we find that grounding, that rooting, and of course they are not nice, these women. It's your mother that can call you to order and nobody else. That's how harsh they are. If a woman took over South Africa and ran South Africa, you would actually regret why you put her on there. Because all the nonsense that men do will come to an end. Look at what men have done for the past 100 years.
Wars.
Just go 100 years back. Oh, that's all they've ever done. And these women have just like, we supply you with the soldiers. We supply you with the soldiers. Instead of saying, men, stop your nonsense and take over and lead. Yeah, Shunji.
No, that's
Guti sing amakwala, and then we want to step on them. We are so afraid of them that when they rise and speak, we kill them.
For all the women out there, on your Sankofa program, some of these programs are unscripted, unwritten. Hey, we are tired of writing white man's things, man. Ah, man. Cut what? Let's just have fun here and experience it in the moment. Here on Sankofa, you can expect anything can happen. Anytime. And here with me, Blondie Makhane and Ubabu Njebo, taking us through the journey of music and the sound, exploring these various music instruments. Even look at here. This is actually the other calabash grows like this, but we also have this one here. When it goes bigger, then we cut on the top here and we make it for the mkombotis and for carrying water from the river and etc. But this one, particularly this one, actually, yes, actually still has the seeds inside. If you break this one open and plant in your backyard, yes, you can just smell it. You can just smell it. The seeds are there. So actually the seeds are inside, and on the outside they're the shells, the cowrie shells, and when they make the sound next to this. Making music must never be a pain, man. It's as natural as 1 2 1 2.
Oh yo yo yo, oh yo yo yo, oh yo yo, oh yo yo yo, oh oh oh, oh yo yo,
When you come back out of the break here with me live, we'll have a chance of I want to see something that has come out of Blondie in terms of his daughter. If this is the crazy father that you have, I want to ask the daughter, how are you coping with this crazy man as your father? Don't go away. We'll be back right after the break. And Latoya, well, of course, ladies, she took some time in the doing some women's things. But when we come back after the show, Unjewo will excuse us a little bit. I'll have a chance of having father and daughter here in conversation. I think it's going to be one of the most foremost interviews that actually will be an exclusive between you and your daughter. I'm excited. As we come back after the break, we'll have a chance of speaking to Latoya Makhane with us in studio today. Thank you very much. Don't go away.
I want you to eat healthy food because it's delicious.
Make massive moves.
Would you like another one? I love it. I love this soup. This is amazing. The grits are so creamy. Oh,
I take pride in my grits.
so flavorful.